Hey everybody, Tony here from Boost to Hit. So before we jump into the episode today, I first want to apologize to everybody. I've been kind of silent on the YouTube channel the past couple weeks. We've been posting stuff on the blog still fairly regularly, but I had some vacation that came up, and then also last week was Thanksgiving in the United States, so I really haven't been able to produce a lot of stuff lately. Do apologize for that, but starting again, we'll be coming back to our regular content. This week is not going to be a lore cast, but I promise I will get back into lore casting. But let's kind of jump into what our episode for today is going to be about. So today, I kind of want to go over what I want 2025 to look like, right? Both my gaming experience, what I want to do in 2025, how I want to stay more committed to it, how I've even talked to the fellow people on Boost to Hit to try to hold me accountable to playing more games, what I want to do for the channel in 2025 and what I'd love to see it become, and also just some more hobby related stuff, right? What I want to see just the world of Boost to Hit grow to. So with that being said, let's dig in. All right, so before we jump into what 2025 is going to look like for both me personally as well as Boost Hit, I kind of want to talk about how 2024 went. So I want to say around March or so, I got this idea where I really wanted to make a channel. It's something I've been wanting to do for a long time. I had started with advanced maneuvers, God, probably 10, 15 years ago, whatever it was. It was definitely before I had kids, before I was married. So it's been a long time, right? And it really came from when I was just, I was in college. I met a group of guys that really enjoyed Warmachine as well. Kevin, who was Dial Dark on advanced maneuvers, really wanted to make a channel. So it kind of grew from that. And I'd really been missing that over a good amount of time. It's something that I'd always wanted to do again, but I couldn't really do battle reports at the time. And I couldn't do battle reports because I just wasn't playing consistently enough. So then I thought, let me just make this YouTube channel about lore. And as I was talking about it, both Sam and Chris had said, hey, we want to help create stuff too. And Chris is a fantastic player. If you guys have not looked at our blog, please make sure you look at it. A lot of great content about just Warmachine in general, but different tactics, how to play, how to level up your game. Really, really great stuff, right? So Chris can definitely handle that, and I kind of want to just jump into doing lore. So that was probably back in March, and it was a pretty quick turnaround to where April 16th is when I posted our first video, and it was about Kane. And I posted because we were looking at potentially getting some Gravedigger spoilers within that week. And I was thinking, man, one, I would love to see if Kane came back around. And also, I'd love to see if Cynthia, his daughter Cynthia, was going to progress anything. And my hope was going to be, hey, she'd be in the Gravediggers. And I didn't know if she was going to be a journeyman warcaster or a full-on warcaster. Well, obviously, within the next week or two, we found out that Kane was coming back around. Actually, at that time, we didn't even know Kane was coming back around. We knew that Cynthia was going to be around, which was going to be amazing. And then shortly after that, we got to see Kane. And that's kind of where the channel's grown, right? So we've done a handful of YouTube videos on lore, a couple other things, product reviews, but we're also talking more about on the competitive side. So that kind of goes to what I want to do for 2025. So my goal for 2025 is to produce significantly more content, both doing stuff like this where I'm just randomly talking. I want to do lore, and I also want to jump into doing shorts. I think shorts is a really good market where we have a lot of new content that's coming out in the app dealing with warcasters, and there's not enough information for them to really be full 5, 10, 15, or 20 minute long reviews. But they're really good for 2 to 3 minute shorts. And with YouTube increasing their short time to 3 minutes at most, I think I can get a lot of information in there. So I would say probably close to the end of this year into next year, you'll start seeing probably weekly shorts coming from our channel. Hopefully it'll help the channel grow. Also, we're going to go back to doing a lot more lore content. I want to do at least lore once a month. So we'll probably be doing lore once a month, hopefully lore twice a month, and also doing more just audio conversations like this. I would love also to get to the point where we can start having both Sam and Chris talking on these. So those are my goals so far, is that one, we're going to do shorts. We're going to do more lore casts. We're going to do some podcasting. Other thing I really want to do still is do a battle report. I knew we were going to try to do it back in November. There's been a couple of scheduling conflicts, but Chris and I are actively getting together to go and do a battle report video. We've played a handful of times, just haven't been able to finally record. So that's what I'm looking at for the channel. For me personally, what I really want to do is I say this every year, right? But I want to play more games. 2024 is probably the most I have played Warmachine since I want to say probably 2017 when I had my daughter, right? So I didn't play almost the entirety of Mark III. I played a couple of games, but nothing that much. I played a lot of Mark II, but I'm finally getting back into playing more. And that being said, I'm still not playing a ton. I may be picking up 2 to 3 games a month if I'm lucky, right? Really, it's 1 to 2 games a month. So my hope is for 2025 is to get in more games and to go to at least 1 or 2 conventions. My big hope is that I can do Nova Open, and also I really want to do either Adepticon or the Boker Brawl. So those are my big things. And then finally is painting more, right? I don't love painting, but I think painting is really important, especially whenever you do battle reports. I really love seeing fully painted armies. So I want to get into the painting. I'm really hoping that Gravediggers start coming out in March or so, and then I can start picking some of them up and start playing them because they look really fun. I think I'm going to be terrible with them, right? Because they seem, from what we have kind of been hinted to, is they're going to be very move-based, and you have to be really careful with how they move and when you're going to bring stuff in. I'm terrible at that, but I'm still going to absolutely love that army. I think I'm going to be soloing Cynthia and Kane. Well, not soloing, but I'm going to be playing Cynthia and Kane the entire time because they just seem so cool. Yeah, but that's kind of where I'm at. I really want to know what your all's thoughts are, right? What are your 2025 goals? What do you want to do? What do you want to see? What do you want to see from us? What do you want to see from yourself? So I'd love you all to comment below what you're doing. And the last thing, I'll give you a little teaser if you've stayed to the end. I have rewrote "'Twas the Night Before Christmas" to look towards the new Mark IV setting. I'm going to be doing a video on that really soon and putting it out probably within the next week or two, which I hope you all find super exciting and fun. And we can kind of start that tradition. If you were not around before and you didn't hear before, as a yearly tradition we'd always do, would be dealing with Asphyxious, Kane, and Siege in there, Haley. We've updated it, right? Because Asphyxious is no longer in the Warmachine setting. It doesn't make sense to still have that video. So you should be looking forward to seeing that in the next couple weeks. Other than that, that's all I've got. Peace.